Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bree, and if this is your first time seeing me, talk about squishmallows, skincare, books. I'm gonna start doing more workout videos and just overall vlogs. It's a very chillin' channel if you ask me, quite honestly. Today I'm gonna talk about 5 horror books that I want to read this year for spooky season. It's like September 7th today, the date I'm filming, but I guess you see this. It doesn't matter. It's early September. And these are some 5 books that I have never read. Some are classics, some are on the newer side. But either way, I want to read them because they are supposed to be really good. Here are the 5 books that I want to read. I'm in the middle of reading a horror novel right now. It's not in this list. But I'm already in the middle of reading one, so that's why I haven't started this pile yet. You can probably already tell what one of the books is just by looking at it, but it's okay. We're going to start off with a classic. I want to read Frankenstein. Believe it or not, I have never read Frankenstein. I bought this earlier this year because my original plan, like for a reading goal, was to read one classic a month, and that did not work. I just either got in a reading slump or really wasn't in the mood to read a classic. I have read not plenty, but enough, because school and all that. But I think we all know the story of Frankenstein. I just never read it. First published in 1818. So this book came out in 1818 and I had never read it. Like, wow, all that time. It was available to me my entire life and I never picked it up to read it. But not today, sometime before Halloween, I will read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. So if you somehow have no idea what Frankenstein is, so basically Dr. Frankenstein tries to create new life the science way, and it completely backfires and he creates a monster. So the only Frankenstein movie I've ever really watched was Frankenweenie with the dog. So I'm excited to read this. Please don't get mad at me. There are 2 Stephen King books in this pile. I know you guys, some people are like Stephen King fanatics. I have never read Salem's Lot. Never. I've never read it. Quite honestly, if I had been reading my entire life, which I low-key have and low-key haven't at the same time, I probably would have read this sooner, but here I am. This book came out in 1975. This is considered one of his best books, one of his more fan favorites, I should say. I believe it's like the small town trope is like an evil force is taking over like a small town. I really do like those kind of books because it's like it brings the whole community together in a way. And also breaks apart the community at the same time. It's very interesting when it's done right. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be done right because it's like Stephen King. Like, I have high hopes because this is like, I believe this was his second novel. And it did really, really good. Alright, I'm just going to get it out the way. I'm going to get the second Stephen King book off of the list of the 5. So book number 3 is It. I know it's, okay. I love Halloween and all things spooky. I've watched all the It movies, but I've never read the book. I think what really made me not want to read the book is just the fact that it's 1,200 pages long. Yes, 1,200 is around there. You heard me right. Just look at it. Like, just look at it. I never thought the day would come where I would put myself through this. But, like I said, I love the movies and I am excited to actually, because they always say, the book is better than the movie, so I have to do it. I have to. If not, I'll feel like I'll never know it. If I don't read it, if I don't read like the OG, I have to. And I think because this book is so huge, I really hope it's not like over, what's the word I'm looking for? oh, like too much detail. Sometimes when a book has too much detail about a subject or something, it kind of makes me lose interest. So I really hope there's not too much. With the amount of pages in this book, I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff where there's just too much detail. Here we have some books that aren't so old. We have newer books, finally. This book is called The Chill by Scott Carson. This book came out in 2020, so this is new. Can we get a hallelujah? Jesus, all them old, dusty, crusty books. Like, basically, there's a forest. Which, like I said, I haven't read these books yet, so I'm just reading what the back of the book says and summarizing them, because, you know, these are some things that caught my attention. There's like a forest back in the day, like an ancient forest that was in like in the New York area or whatever. And this was like back in the day. I guess the government at the time kicked everybody off. This was like Native American territory. They like told everyone to leave, and they like it got like flooded, I guess. And now a century later is like the spirits of the land is like about to get revenge. So I'm excited for this. This is pretty interesting. I also love that it's not a long book. It's a pretty average size book. I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it through that book, quite honestly. Little ghost girl in the lake on the cover. So that's that one. And then last and not least, we have The Kingdom by Joe Nesbo. All of these books, except for Frankenstein, have to do with small towns. That's a little funny. This book is also on the newer side. This book came out last year as well. This is kind of strange. I didn't know that. So we have 3 very old books and we have 2 very new books. That's pretty interesting. So in The Kingdom, this book is about 2 brothers, and I believe their names are Roy and Carl. And like one of the brothers, I believe they like leave the small town because something traumatic happened to them when they were kids. He leaves a small town and he comes back with his wife and kids. He's like a successful businessman, and he plans to turn the town around because it's like a rundown old town. So he wants to like turn it around and bring tourists in and make it, you know, all good and fresh. But Roy never left the town. He like stood there and he just lived where he grew up. He never left. So I think, remember when I said something traumatic happened like in the past? Whatever happened in the past is like coming back. It's giving me it vibes now that I'm saying it. Interesting. So whatever happened to them as kids, it's making a full circle, and it's gonna happen again as adults, I'm guessing. It's very hard to try to describe a book you haven't read. Like, I don't understand. Okay, that was just the 5 books that I want to read for spooky season. And I think I can do it. I really do. I don't think I can do it reading it. I think this book is gonna take me a month in itself to finish. It's just, I would have to read like 2 hours a day to finish this in a good, timely manner. Like, I don't want to spend forever reading a book. That's the problem. Like, maybe I have a plan. Maybe. A lot of readers don't agree with me on this. But I can probably start this, read as much as I can, and when I get unmotivated, I'll just start another book on my list. And maybe I'll read Frankenstein. And then when I'm done with Frankenstein, I'll go back to it, read until I'm unmotivated, and then start and finish another book. Maybe I could read these 2 books when I'm feeling about this one. Who knows? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these books, please let me know if you like them. And if you plan on reading any of these books, let me know as well, and we could probably read it together. Duh. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!